the night. Patrick reached and stroked her hair, listening to the squeal of the wind outside. I know you, Eve. You're not telling me everything because you don't want to upset me. So don't worry about upsetting me and tell me everything. Her stare was honest and sharp. Patrick, I want to get rid of the lantern. Once and for all. I just want to get rid of it. I don't want it around anymore. They locked gazes. He nodded. I had the feeling it was something like that. Now that we're going to have a baby, we don't need it. We don't need to keep it or hide it. I don't want it in our apartment anymore. I don't want it in my thoughts. I don't want it in my closet, tucked away in that little safe, waiting like some hibernating thing that's waiting to be awakened. We don't need it, and there's no reason to keep it. All right. What do you want to do with it? Take it down to the Hudson River. Bash it to pieces with a hammer and toss it into the river. Patrick ran a thoughtful hand over his stubble of a beard. Can you think of any reason to keep it? Eve asked. Reason? No, I guess not. But, Eve said, lifting a curious eyebrow. Okay, I have 2 questions. First, I've always wanted to know where the lantern came from. I know we've talked about this, but how is it that an old lantern, when lighted, glows with a light that somehow transports us to another time? It just boggles my mind. It makes no logical or reasonable sense. That lantern had to have a beginning. Something or someone had to, I don't know, program it or something. As he left the bed, wearing only dark blue pajama bottoms, he turned back to her with a question. So, I'd like to know, where did that lantern come from? We're not going to know, Patrick. It's a secret, and it's always going to remain a secret. Eve studied her handsome husband, his thick curly hair, the steady blue eyes, prominent nose, and solid, determined jaw. She never grew tired of looking at his body, the broad, hairy chest, muscular neck, and good shoulders. Where are you going? Eve asked. To the boys' room and for some bottled water. Be right back. Eve rested her head into the pillow, still unable to shake that uneasy feeling of dread. Patrick returned and handed the half-drunk bottle to Eve. She took a swallow. What time is it? She asked. After 3. How much snow do you think we have? 5 or 6 inches. It doesn't usually snow this much in early November, Eve said, handing the bottle back to Patrick. He tipped it back and drained it. Okay, my second question. Why should we destroy the lantern? It's not like it's a person or anything, Patrick. It's a thing. It's not really alive. It certainly seems alive to me. And anyway, it's not like it has ever harmed us. If anything, it's helped us. It brought us together, and it helped save my daughter Maggie from a terrible fate. And we don't know what might happen in the future. We might need it again. Eve stared at the ceiling, not meeting his gaze. We're never going to know where it came from, Patrick. That's going to stay a mystery. And as for it being harmful, I feel like the longer we keep the thing, the more it has the potential to hurt us. But why? That's what I don't get. Eve sat up again. I don't know. I just feel it. In the last few weeks, I feel threatened by it. I know that's not rational, but there it is. And we'll never use the thing again. Why would we? And we certainly can't hand it over to anyone else. And we can't leave it to anyone in our will. So why not destroy it now and be done with it? Patrick looked at his pretty wife, her heart-shaped face, broad forehead, strong cheekbones, and blueberry-colored eyes that stared back at him with direct intelligence. He loved her steadfast manner, the determined energy she used to confront and overcome any problem. She was smart, unswerving, and warm, often all at the same time. Her honey blonde hair fell around her shoulders in a sexy